Alright, peace and blessings to everybody out there. Welcome back to the Fake Woke Podcast. This is your boy BobbyVILN. I'm back with another video. We're gonna take a little turn today. Topic of discussion is, do you believe in extraterrestrials? That's the topic of discussion for this video. I got about 15 minutes, so we're gonna go ahead and dive in. I'm gonna try to make this as quick as possible. So again, do you believe in extraterrestrials? Some people say yes. I know a lot of people will say no. You know, my whole thing about this is, and it's really based on common sense. The one question that needs to be asked, and everybody needs to answer: why will we be the only living, intelligent life form within this universe? Now, there's a theory of multi-universes. I think it's just a theory. Now, it might actually be fact. They might actually be able to prove that there's multiple universes. But for the most part, within this one universe, there are multiple galaxies. Millions upon millions of galaxies. This universe is ever expanding. So that means there's several, not even several, millions of other galaxies besides the Milky Way galaxy that we currently reside in. And within this one galaxy, there are hundreds of thousands of different solar systems. And the reason why I'm bringing this up is because before the new year rolled in, there were apparently a UFO sighting in Hawaii. Two different people said they saw a blue mass in the sky, zipping around in the sky. It looked like it was an aircraft of some sort, but it looked like it was not created by humans from what they were saying. One person said it zipped around, flew around, and then landed in the ocean. Now, a lot of people are probably like, the fuck is this? Like, the fuck are you talking about? Telling me you believe in extraterrestrials? You'll be a fool not to. You'll be a fool not to believe in extraterrestrials, because in my humble opinion, like I said before, it's kind of hard to believe that we're alone. It don't make any sense, because there's hundreds of habitable planets. They have habitable conditions, meaning they're close enough to their sun, meaning they have the right elements to birth a living species, a living intelligent species that can rival us, or that could be way more intelligent than us. So if there's different planets out there with habitable conditions that can possibly birth life, and the universe is ever expanding, and there's multiple galaxies out here, what makes you think, I'm gonna say that one more time, what makes you think that we're alone? See what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? It's just common sense. So back to what I was saying. It was a UFO spotting in Hawaii. Now, earlier last year, when Ahmaud Arbery shit happened, everybody know who Ahmaud Arbery is. They said that he was, jogging, and then he was rushed by two rednecks and was murdered on film. gentleman was murdered on film. We can all agree that gentleman was murdered on film unarmed. We can agree to that. Jogging. Later came out that he was actually trespassing on a construction site that several other people before him trespassed on. They just so happened to gun him down. But that was in the beginning of the whole lockdown, pandemic, stupid 19 BS, right? That was in the beginning where people had to quarantine, they had to stay home. I had a whole month off of work. I'm like, hey, fuck it, I'm gonna stay in the house. Why not? Around that time, right after the whole Ahmaud Arbery shit, what came out was that our corporation that we reside in, the corporation that has been causing so many different problems, so much commotion around the world, especially within our own walls, they confirmed that UFO sightings are real. They confirmed that UFO sightings are real. I said it, you heard me right. They confirmed UFO sightings were real. If you are a real one, if you pay attention to certain things, you remember this shit. And what happened immediately after that? They confirmed, or they said there is a theory out there that there are parallel universes. But then right after that, what happened? The George Floyd killing. And that completely erased all of that shit. And then everybody got back to focusing on what? Racism, right? Right? Police brutality. Black Lives Matter. All this other bullshit. So the trivial things, the things that are used for distracting us, completely wiped that out and made us focus on something that's on a lower vibration than most of us. Now let's keep it real. You know, it's easy to distract people with the white versus black thing, police brutality thing. Why? Because I'm gonna be honest, with a lot of black people, white people live rent free in our minds. We're gonna be honest with that. That's another story for another time. But it completely distracted us from that story. A lot of people don't know that when Trump first got in office, he signed a funding bill for the space police. Yes, we have a intergalactic space police. Y'all think I'm lying? You can go Google that shit up. Matter of fact, I'm gonna bring this shit up. I'm gonna post it to my story for y'all, so y'all can go ahead and go read that. But it's true. They confirmed that UFO sightings are real. Now, we're gonna wrap this up real quick. That whole stupid 19 relief bill, what's in that dumbass bill that had nothing to do with COVID relief? That dumbass bill that had everybody up in arms thinking that they was gonna receive something out of this bill. But if we be honest, immigrants and foreign countries actually received way more money than us. Corporations received way more money than us. All we got was a measly $600, and I still ain't got my stimmy yet. I ain't got mine. I ain't got my shit. Within the stimulus relief package, it said, this is one of the things that they incorporated that had nothing to do with COVID relief. They have implemented 180-day countdown for the government to reveal what they know about mysterious flying objects. And that went right over everybody's heads. The donation to the Smithsonian Museum went right over everybody's heads. Like shit like this. Little ass shit like this. This shows that they already knew about extraterrestrials. They already knew there were other life forms out there. They chose not to tell us. They continuously withheld it from us. But now what's happening is that those other organisms are possibly threatening that being threatening. They're putting out there that, you know what, we gonna force our hand. We're gonna show the fuck up. And now the government is just like, oh shit, they scrambling, trying to figure out how to introduce the fact that there's other life forms out there that are visiting this planet. They're trying to mitigate it. They're trying to control it, but they can't control it. That's the only reason why this shit is starting to come up more often now. That's the only reason why you heard about the so-called space police. That's the only reason why this shit was implemented in the stupid 19 bill that had nothing to do with relief from stupid 19. That's what it is. It's starting to get out of hand. And maybe they're starting to threaten our corporation, our planet. That could be a possibility. Or they just can't control the sightings no more. And they just like, you know what, we might as well bring this to light. I don't know, maybe I'm just in my conspiracy bag, right? But besides that, make sure y'all tap into the Fake Woke Podcast. Thank you for tapping into the Fake Woke Podcast. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, and yeah, just get these videos on out here. I might end up starting a Patreon or some shit, or like what they call it, a GoFundMe, so I could get my equipment faster. I'm probably going to receive what, $10 maybe. But yeah, besides that, thank you for tapping in.